Is it a good shot out there?
I think so.
Is it? So, ready?
Ready to everybody.
Well, hello everyone, and welcome to Tabs Talks Property Podcast. We haven't thought of a proper name yet, but we will do at some point. Happy Valentine's Day to you all, and we're sending all our very warmest wishes from Worthing's East Beach Studios here on Worthing Seafront.
Look at it, we've been blessed with the weather today. Fantastic.
I know. We are basically in a beach hut and surrounded by Worthing's very vibrant creative scene. We've been very fortunate to get this as our little office.
That's fantastic. It's fantastic.
I'm very excited. It's great to work with a view of the sea every day.
Yeah.
So we're very happy about that. It's great as well that we can have our friends and our property people come by and say hello to us all the time. So it might distract us, but we're really
good distractions.
Yeah, good distractions. So my name is Tabitha Wady, Tabs, and I am a creative property investor. And this is my first podcast rodeo, if you haven't been able to tell. If you're looking for a corporate, fact-filled, polished podcast, this may not be for you. But if you don't mind me talking about property and our experience in that, then you'd be very welcome to join us. And we're going to invite lots of our property pals to come and talk too. I also want to invite local businesses to come and speak about what they do in our town, because we'd really like to support you as well. In the hut with me today is the very, very lovely Ollie Williams.
Thank you for having me. Honoured to be the first guest on your podcast.
An absolute pleasure. Can you tell me a bit about yourself, please?
A bit about myself.
Yeah.
So I also work in property as well. My venture in property is a bit newer than yours. Myself and my business partner have been working in property since May last year. That's when we first started getting involved. We have background in business, predominantly recruitment. I actually work for my business partner for 3 times. As you will proudly tell everyone that I went back to him 3 times. I call it Stockholm syndrome. But we grew a couple of businesses together. We own a management consultancy which he runs, and we're busy now growing this property business. So we specialise in predominantly HMOs and commercial stuff up in the Cambridge area. So fair distance from the sea, but it's good to be down here with you today.
Thank you, Ollie. Ollie has been so kind to me. When we were having a last mentor session with the very fabulous Carol Neals from Clearwater Property Partners.
Get that plug in.
Yeah, get the plug in. So this was only on the 21st of January, and I mentioned that me and Nick, we'd just taken on this beachside studio, and that I was thinking about doing a podcast. And Carol said, yes, you must. You're going to start it on Valentine's Day, which was horrific.
Well, it was like 3 weeks ago.
I know.
I was sidelined from the negotiations. She absolutely steamrolled us. You didn't have a chance.
She did. Well, I was trying to negotiate with her. I was thinking, right, hopefully we could do this in March, and she just kept coming back, didn't she?
Yeah, no, hard no.
I couldn't negotiate with that lovely gal, so she, so here we are. So forgive us, but I hope you enjoy it. Also, not in the hut, but who might be outside, or who you might meet later, is Nicky, my lovely husband, who has been in construction and refurbishment and driveway installation, all of those kind of things for years and years, and his skills are immense. And I'm hoping that he'll bring some of our lovely local trades in to come and talk. He's got so much knowledge, and without him, it would have made our property adventure a lot more difficult.
You avoided that cliche of journey.
A journey, I've avoided that cliche. Yes, thank you. How's your week been?
Yeah, it's been a great week.
Yeah?
Mega exciting. We finished up the commercial conversion course with you guys on Sunday.
Yeah.
And we had our first offer accepted on a big commercial unit up in Cambridge, which is fantastic news. So
wonderful.
That's been a great start to the week.
Congratulations.
It's been a great start to the week as well. Early days, but offer has been accepted. It's great.
Wonderful.
Tuesday, nonsense, admin rubbish. And then Wednesday we're up, we saw the commercial unit. We met with a lovely chap who's going to act as our financial director / non-exec
Oh.
around all our finance stuff for us, and he's from a big commercial banking background, so that's mega exciting news for us as well. And then obviously finishing the week on the high down here with this lovely view of the week, bit of the beach even.
Next time we're going to have to get our paddle boards.
Paddle boards and electric?
No, not electric, but after we've done this, we're going to go out there and get our paddle boards.
Definitely.
Yeah,
definitely.
nice.
Let me ask you how your week's been.
Well, this week, we did commercial conversions course with you with Richard Stone and Wendy Brummel.
Yeah, big shout out to those guys.
Yeah.
That was an awesome course. Thank you both.
Yeah, they were fantastic, and my swearing has got much better thanks to Richard Stone.
And along with your understanding of Cockney as well.
Yes.
It wasn't. You didn't need a translator at times, but we got there in the end.
Yeah, I thought Wendy and Richard were brilliant because one thing I really needed to learn, and which I think I took on board from that, was I need to get out of my own way a bit. Doing this podcast. And even though it's been really scary,
you've got to push yourself out of your comfort zone. You've got to push yourself out of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
You know, when I ran my recruitment business, we grew it to like 40 people big. I would be physically shaking before I had to talk to the team, and it took me so much to get out of that space every time I was good. And now I run shameless plug coming here. Please excuse me. Now I run PPN Bromley, get some tickets for the 26th of February.
Nice.
And I'm quite happy to stand up in front of the crowd and do it. So you've got to push yourself. You've got to push yourself out of your comfort zone. I'm not comfortable in the exact front of the cameras today here either.
Well, you're lovely.
Thank you. Bit of validation there.
That's it. So really enjoyed that, and we've actually been out this week to have a look at some interesting commercial conversion properties.
Yes. So, I had commercial conversion envy when I saw the size of yours. Mine looked like a bed sit in London compared to your conversion.
Well, we're going to work on it. We're going to really get back. We'll see how we go.
Well, fingers crossed, it's fantastic.
Thank you, Ollie. Thank you. And also on Monday, our finally put our capital allowances survey into HMRC.
Tell us a bit about what capital allowance is.
Okay,
explain it in basic terms.
In basic, with my cheat sheet. So, capital allowances, so for anyone who doesn't know, they're a type of tax relief that allows businesses and property owners to deduct the cost of certain assets from their taxable profits. So, these are typically things that are used in businesses over time, such as equipment.
So just to skip back one point about the taxable assets. To put this into real simple terms, the less profit you make, the lower level of profit you make, the less tax you have to pay. So by reducing that profit, you're reducing the tax you have to pay.
Absolutely.
And just as a disclaimer, we're not saying don't pay your taxes. And this is obviously no tax advice, but it's a legal legislation.
Yeah, absolutely. And you can, for landlords, it's an opportunity where you can. We pay lots of tax, and we're happy to pay the tax. But it's great in a way that there is this benefit out there, this capital allowances relief, because it means you're saving money on the corporate. You get the corporation tax saving, but you can reinvest in your own properties again, or you can pay back investors, and you can exceed their expectations, and they might want to do another project with you again.
But look, but also on the flip side of it as well, you can potentially spend a bit more on the project. So if you're building an HMO, you can make the standard higher for people.
Absolutely.
You can make the standard higher. So it's not just about how much tax you can pull out, it's about making sure it's profitable for investors, and also making it a high quality of living for the people who are staying there as well. So, really creating that balance of a good win-win situation for everyone involved.
Absolutely. And it's on things you wouldn't even think about, like radiators, mechanical doors,
You're going to go top to bottom of the list.
I am going through the list.
I'm not sure if that's going to make it to the final cut.
Air conditioning units, CCTV, fire alarm systems, but it's really good, and it's really worth doing. That's all I've got to say on capital allowances.
Really?
Yeah.
You've been talking about it all week.
I know, I love it. Well, on one of our properties across our portfolio, so HMO, which I didn't realise I could claim the capital allowances on, just on that one property, we've saved £22,000.
So that's £22,000.
Yeah.
So that's £22,000 off the profit of your business. So
Off the corporate tax. It's a corporate tax saving.
So that's the actual saving. That's the saving from your pocket. It's £22,000.
Yes.
Nice. That is a win.
Absolutely. It is a win. We need like a bell thing or something. It's a win. Something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
And also, I went to a local networking event down here in Lancing, sunny Lancing, and it was Chamber of Commerce, and it was lovely. It was great. It was nice to meet local businesses and charities.
A few candlestick makers, bread makers.
Candlestick makers, yes.
Butchers.
Yes, it was great. It was great. So I'm going to go again. Yeah, it was fun. Gets me out of the house, Ollie.
Nice.
How did you get into property?
How did I get into property? That's a good question.
Yeah.
So I've always wanted to work in property. I've always had a desire to work in property. It's always interested me, and I spend so much. I flip between Rightmove and Auto Trader, but I probably spend more time browsing houses on Rightmove, so I know I'm in the right job. Yeah. And I've always wanted to build a property business. Myself and my business partner John, who's not here today, we grew a recruitment business to 40 people big tech recruitment. So we've also got a creative recruitment business as well. But we didn't want to be involved in recruitment. We just fundamentally didn't find it interesting. It was a very transactional job, and that's not plain. It's a tough job. It's a tough job. It's a tough job, and it's a people job as well. It's a really hard job. So
absolutely.
Independently, myself and my wife, we bought a house up north in a place called Ferry Hill. We bought it from a reputable deal sourcer, of course. Yeah. Didn't check the deal. We took their word for it. Absolute fail on that one. Yeah. As it transpired, it was a bit over market price that we paid for it, and then we paid a sourcing fee. We gave it to an estate agent who didn't look after the property and didn't tell us any of the problems with it, and we got it back from 2 years later after finding out there was 2 tons of unsupported chimney breast, which no one had told us about because we had a drive-by survey done. Had a full survey done top to bottom, all the way from top all the way to the bottom. It transpired there was a marijuana grow in the roof that needed to be taken out. Nothing left in there, unfortunately, and it needed a whole new roof, and it was down top to bottom as well. So we spent a fair amount of money on that, but that's a big learning curve. And that's where my property, excuse this cliche, I'm going to cringe. That's where my property journey started, right? Yeah. And then John, my business partner, he's got quite a few properties up north in Glasgow. He's done commercial on one of his old offices, office spaces as well. So we both have had this ambition to get involved in property. Yeah. May last year, we went to a progressive property training event called Masopi. Multiple streams of property income. Got it right, get in. And we started the training and it's been fantastic. But I have to say that training, although it might be expensive, would have saved me all the pain of the place up north. And so by getting trained properly has been valuable to where we are today. Now if I fast forward, start the training, let's say October, September, John and I started, we've got 4 HMOs in sales progression, and this big commercial conversion if I can get my words out clearly, and a commercial conversion unit with a good healthy amount of profit over the top of it as well. So things are in a good place.
I agree. I think
so. You've got an interesting journey, right? You got into property as well. So tell me about it.
So a long time ago, I had a different career. So I was an actor.
You're going to tell us what you're in. We're so coy about this. Come on, tell people what you're in.
I did all sorts of different things. I did period dramas. I did a bit of radio. You
did a big film as well, didn't you?
I did a film called Kevin and Perry Go Large, which was really good fun, and I got to be naughty in Ibiza, and it was right up my street at the time, and I loved it, and I loved doing it because a lot of people grew up with that film, and I've got a lot of warm feelings for it. But anyway, when I got my first job when I left drama school, and I did a BBC series called Berkeley Square, and it was 10-hour episodes. And I got a contract, and I got a 3-year option. And I thought, if I'm going to afford to live in London, and I'm going to do this job, which is, there's no security, I need to have a property where other people pay my mortgage. And I went to a bank manager and they agreed to give me a mortgage.
Face-to-face bank manager in a
face-to-face
bank manager in a physical branch.
In Moorgate.
What?
The Helican, HSB at the Helican. And they agreed to give me a mortgage. And what I did was I bought a fantastic, this is an ex-council flat, but it was just off the commercial road, so really, really central.
Yeah, nice location.
And really big, really light, huge roof terrace. I bought it at a good price, and it basically, what I did at the time was it had 2 bedrooms, and the bedrooms were big. It had a big sort of kitchen dining area, and the lounge I made into my bedroom. And I was young, I was 22, and my pals, they basically paid me rent, and that rent paid my mortgage. So it meant it took the pressure off me as an actor.
Nice.
And things went really well for me until I realised that my friends were working and I was at a bit of a loose end in London and looked to move. And when I met my husband Nick, he lived in Brighton, and I thought, well, this is my time to move. So we bought a property in Brighton. It was the size of a Wendy house, but it was opposite the West Pier.
Oh, lovely.
And we refurbed it, and we managed to purchase another room in the building that was kind of opposite the flat. So we increased the value and the square meterage, and sold the London flat because I didn't have the knowledge to keep it.
So tell me, how much? Let's do a couple of stats.
Yeah.
Let's do a couple of stats on the London flat. What year did you buy it in?
So I bought that. So it must have been. I bought it in about 96.
96. And how much did you pay for it in 96?
No, 97. I paid 85,000 for it.
Wow, 85,000.
Yeah.
You can tell me the address offline because I'm going to look it up and I'm going to cut the flat in now. And how much did you sell it for?
So I sold it about 4 or 5 years later. So not even that. 5 years later, and it had doubled in price. Yeah.
So it's just off the commercial road in Whitechapel.
Yeah.
This
is going to be painful.
This is going to be really painful. But let's see who can guess closest to what the value of it is today.
Yeah. I'm going to put a bet in. I reckon it's about 675.
675.
Yeah.
Oh, that covers a lot of bases. 675.
Yeah.
I'm going to say I reckon it's going to be. How many bedrooms was it?
2.
And it was ex-council.
Yeah, but massive roof terrace.
So it had a roof terrace. So
Yeah,
I'm going to say. I'm
yeah.
going to say 800.
Get back to you on that. Yeah. But then sadly I sold the flat in London, but it was out of my area, so it was difficult to keep a hold on it, and the letting agents weren't great. I couldn't manage it myself because I was in Brighton. But then we started moving on here, and we've done all sorts down here. So you've
done some fantastic stuff in your house before, haven't you? That's a great story.
So I was working at the Edinburgh Festival, and I went up on the train, and I was feeling really sad because my kids were young, and I had to go away to work. And on the way up, I saw this amazing Victorian villa by the seafront. Hey, Pops! Hey, Poppy! Hey, Pops!
Come on, Pops.
She is our vicious guard dog.
Yeah, she'll have your legs up. So you've got a fantastic story about the house you bought down here. So tell us how you got the house and the process through and what you did to it as well.
Thank you. Yes, so I was working away at the Edinburgh Festival, and I was going up on the train. I didn't really want to be going because I had little children at the time. But as I was scrolling through Rightmove, I saw this fantastic Victorian property that was on at a really good price. But when I was looking at the details, you could see it had been neglected forever. It was horrible, and it had been shut down by the council. But I thought the only way me and Nick could go and live in a property that looked this magnificent was if we went and did the work ourselves. So anyway, coming back down from the job on the train, I saw that the property was still available, and then convinced Nick to come and have a look at it. And literally when we walked in, the smell was overwhelming. There was a lift in there, Ollie. There was water coming through the ceiling, suspended ceilings everywhere. The rooms had been chopped up into tiny little rooms, commodes everywhere. And I thought, it's so sad that there were elderly people that ended their days in this building. And I thought, this is just not the way we want to do business. But anyway, we were looking at it to be our own family home. So we negotiated really hard, and we had to convince local agents who just didn't take us seriously, and they wanted a developer to take it on and chop it up into flats. But we knew, luckily, that the local neighbours, our fantastic local neighbours, they wanted a family to go and live in there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so luckily we were given the opportunity, and then Nick, with all his amazing skills and his amazing pals and a local company, went in and they literally did everything, completely converted it. When we took the ceilings down, Ollie, the suspended ceilings, I was hoping to see all this beautiful porcelain, and they destroyed it all. So we've replaced everything.
And Nick's got some before shots, hasn't he?
He has.
Yeah, well, let's cut some before and after shots. And everyone loves the before or after shots.
You're going to see it.
Yeah, it's mega. It looks beautiful now.
Thank you, darling. Thank you. One day I came in and I heard Slipknot being played through the stereo system, and Nick and a friend were dragging out a lift.
Can we tell everybody what you called it when we were rehearsing for this earlier?
Oh, go on.
I can't remember what it was. Was it Shit Not?
Shit on. Sorry. But yes, so he did that, and so we live in a lovely home, and we've done other things to the property. We've added lots of value, going into the loft, we've got a lovely roof terrace, and we've also split the title on it, but I'll save that for another day.
Yeah, don't tell everyone everything today.
I know. But yeah, so that's where we've been.
Excellent.
Ollie, will you come back on this podcast?
Yeah, I will come. I will definitely come back on this podcast. You know, I've got a story that I'd love to tell, but it's not the story to be told today. But it will be told one day, and I'll tell it here first on this podcast.
Thank you so much, and thank you for your random act of kindness and for
your
our lovely new friendship.
It's been a pleasure getting to know you guys, and so thank you.
And can I come and see you? Well, me and Nick are going to come and support you at PPM Bromley.
What date's it on?
Is it 26th of February?
It is on the 26th of February. They have the fantastic Chloe Tyrell, who's going to be talking all about HMOs and how to create an HMO portfolio, myth busting some of the stuff about HMOs and telling you what to avoid and what to do.
Great.
There'll also be free handouts and free downloads to help you build your HMO portfolio. Wow.
Brilliant. Thank you, Ollie. So next time I'm going to be calling out the one and only Carol Neals of Clearwater Property. Calling you out, Carol, because I would love to talk to you and get you in the beach hut. Also, I'd like to do a call to arms for all the magnificent property women I know. So I'd like to see if I can get Emerald Fisk, Wendy Brummel, Maura Walsh, Annette Carrig, to name a few. But please come in and please talk to me, and all you lovely property chaps, you're always welcome to. Thank you, Ollie.
It's been an absolute pleasure. I know she sat down there very, very quietly, with the exception of a few guards.
She's good as gold. And actually, I've got a balloon for you, Ollie.
Oh, we haven't had the balloon in the background.
I know, but you got a little balloon. But thank you, and much love. Happy Valentine's Day, and thank you for listening.
Thank you.
Bye.
Has it recorded?
So.
Fucking
oh my God.